We've been home for a week now. It was a pretty life-changing trip, so now we're just relaxing and starting the big list of summer jobs that we have. It seems like the perfect way to ground back into our life in the bush. Seeing Julia paint this piece inspired by winter on the other side of the world, while nestled in our art studio with the summer rain on the roof. We've been settling back into our life in the hills and are just feeling the calm that nature brings. Just last month, we were on the streets of Paris, inspired by the architecture, art, and food. Being in a city, the ways that we connect to nature are different but inspiring. We were so moved by Sainte-Chapelle. The towering stained glass felt like an ode to nature, a place that you can feel the world in its grandeur. Here, under the iridescent blue tint reflected down, you get that same feeling as you do alone in nature. The feeling of insignificance amongst the hugeness of the world and the beauty of it. In Julia's eyes, I saw a spark of inspiration, and soon she had her sketchbook out trying to document this feeling. And now, back home in the rainforest, she takes her inspiration and makes it into a painting. So this is the sketchbook that I kept as we travelled. I always just love to kind of just jot down any thoughts or feelings or ideas, and I keep it all in a sketchbook as I travel, and it's really inspiring, especially when I get home, to look back at everything. This was a sketch that I did when we were in Paris of that feeling at twilight where the city is just so big and it kind of makes you feel really small. And then this is a creepy dream that I had. And this is a self-portrait next to a drawing of Montmartre as the sun set. It was really special. It was a special afternoon. I just kind of sat there and drew for a long time. And that's another dream that I had, as well as I was so inspired by Saint Chapelle, and I really wanted to get a dress inspired by stained glass. I don't know if it'll work. I just want to have all these pieces of glass that kind of come together and shape around the body. Mum is good at lead lighting, so I'm going to get her to help because I think she'll have more skills at it than me. And then this is another dream that I had, and these were the mountains in Switzerland, and I feel like you could just see all of these figures of ancient women in the hills, and so I tried to draw that kind of feeling that I got.
The mountains of Switzerland strangely kind of reminded us of home. Even though they are covered in snow and they're a landscape so unfamiliar to us, there were many similarities. Small communities in the mountains, vast landscapes, and unimaginable beauty. We caught this train over the mountains, and it was one of the most beautiful days of my life. There was a huge frozen lake and so much snow, and we just loved that feeling of the cool air in our faces. But something so different from home is that deep blue light that reflects off snow, painting the world of its depth. This trip was all about celebrating art. We went all of this way across the world for our exhibition in London, marking the exciting release of our book. So, for the rest of the trip, we made sure to find inspiration for our creations everywhere. We next went to Italy, and the abundance of art everywhere got us feeling so excited to create. We couldn't stop drawing and sketching and planning.
This was when we were in Italy, and I was just so inspired by Botticelli's work. I feel like seeing his pieces in real life just shocked me so much more than I could have imagined. The colours were so bright and different to how I could have thought. I was just so inspired by everything, so I really want to make a dress that kind of explores all of that, and I want all these shell motifs in it to have Renaissance themes and be really dreamy-like. I think this is what I plan to do.
Next, we went to visit our neighbours from the rainforest. Mattia is Italian, and he is currently living back in his hometown in northern Italy. He took us to see the Dolomites.
The vast, stretching landscapes with monstrous mountains made us laugh and question why we even call our mountains at home mountains. Since after seeing this landscape, they feel a lot more like hills. Maybe we should change our book's name to Mother the Hill. We hiked across this icy path, and since Mattia wanted this incredible experience to be a surprise, we didn't know what we were getting in for, and we weren't really wearing the appropriate gear. We had Christmas dinner with Mattia's huge family. It was such an amazing experience to be served copious, amazing food and meet all of these great people. After some time in Italy, we started heading up north again, catching more trains. We stopped in a tiny village in Austria and let out our inner children while playing in the snow. The sun set over the Alps and everything went pink. Under the glowing light, we explored and played and laughed and felt that childlike wonder that you sometimes lose in the monotony of everyday life. As a child, seeing everything for the first time is so full of excitement, and you can find awe in the smallest things. Being a tourist feels like this again, finding awe in the special moments. But like a child, we aim to take this wonder and exploration everywhere in life. In the simplest things, you can find beauty and meaning just by viewing the world through these innocent eyes. Julia paints scenes that celebrate wonder and awe in this way of thinking, her strokes creating a world that blurs the lines of fantasy and reality. This painting, along with many from our exhibition, are all for sale. You can find the link in our description for more information. Thank you so much to our patrons for supporting our work. We appreciate this community more than we can explain. We're so excited to be home and we have many projects planned. We'll see you all next week.